Hello and welcome to another episode of Team Carp.
So we're down at New Farm Fishery today, actually unexpectedly, because we were originally going to go to a different lake, but sadly there was 3 anglers on there and there was only 3 swims available. So we called the bailiff, and when he told us, we went on the web, looked for a good lake, and New Farm fit the bill for what we were looking for. So we're doing 48 hours.
Yeah, Finn's unable to join us actually. He's got a lifeguarding course to do, so he's unable to fish anytime this week.
Yeah, so we got here about 2 hours ago, about 5 o'clock, just as it was getting dark, and quickly fit the rods out. Got the homes up, got everything battened down hard, so if the wet wind comes in, then we'll be all right.
Yeah.
And just got the food on at the moment.
Cooking some
Chicken curry. So hopefully that should be boom.
Yeah, the bailiff come down earlier and he came. He said, "Oh, we're on the 2 best swims at the moment that have been producing."
Yeah.
No one's actually been fishing the lake the past week or so, like a few days.
Yeah,
like
because of the
3-4
floods.
days. So that should hopefully produce a fish for us, because that would. Yeah, that's really good.
So we've had the rods out about an hour, and I literally cannot see anything. It's pitch black now. So hopefully we should have something a bit. The rod's only been about an hour, so that should be wicked. We'll have a fish in a bit, or before tomorrow. Anyway,
Don't go out.
we'll get back to you. We'll get back to you after the chicken curry. Wicked.
See you in a bit.
How long's it been on for? How long's it been on for? We're gonna get mushy rice. Right, so just done with the chicken curry, which was absolutely lovely. Apart from I spilt some on Laurence's bed chair.
Yeah, and as I was stepping over it, I spilt a bit of mud straight into there. That's alright.
Yeah, just
Added
mixed
nutrients.
it in. Mixed it in. As it's bulking season, a little bit of mud won't do you too much. Anyway, so we actually overestimated the time in the last video. It's 7:20 now. So we're all ready for bed, fed. So we're going to hit the sack, as we went to bed quite late last night, and hopefully have a fish. We'll probably wait until I might cast the rods at about 12 o'clock if I haven't had anything, further than bring them in the morning.
Yeah.
At like midday.
I reckon I'll bite. I'm not feeling confident during the night, just for some reason, because it's raining at the moment. Not heavily, but still raining. But confident for the early morning, I think.
Yeah.
What do you reckon? Give it a guess.
Yeah.
I reckon 4.
I reckon your right hand rod will go.
Oh my,
first.
the cast on that.
We got a nice cast. It's sort of like a. We'll show you tomorrow, but it's like a right hand margin spot with some overhanging like twigs sort of thing. So yeah, that looked nice cast. I'm not too happy with my casts. I would bring them in, but I mean I don't think I could do any better now. So we'll leave it. See if we have anything. If not, then obviously a bit disappointing. But we'll have to reassess the situation in the morning and see what's the best way to move forward from there. Looks like I'm eating one of the boilies that I made because Laurence has kicked it off with the first fish. Weighed in at 12 pounds. What did you have it on, Laurence? It was the right hand rod, like we said.
Had it on a little Nash bottom bait, topped with a bit of white corn. I think it was red bottom bait, topped with white corn. Yeah.
Lovely.
From the margin rod, right hand side on that cast. That was, yeah, good cast. So really glad.
So it was first fish on the new lake as well that we fished. We've never fished this lake before, and to get one within 3 hours is not a bad call.
Yeah.
So we'll slip this one back, get all the rods. Maybe I'm going to recast my rods, get all the rods back out, and then get back to you if and when we have enough fish.
Hands are freezing.
Wicked. Right, so I just had a £7 common, which is nice to have a fish, but it was a bit of a nightmare. Laurence sleeping with his boots. Basically, it's muddy as hell. So we've rolled back our ground sheet just a little bit back. So we've got like the front porch bit of our bivvies, and then the bed chair holding down the back of the ground sheet. And our boots are absolutely like muddy as hell. It's all slippery. And I decided to take my boots off and sleep in the bivvy with just my socks on. And I thought, I'll loosen my boots off, so I'll quickly slip them on and then run to the rods.
Oh,
Laurence slept with his boots on because he said, "No way will you ever be able to get your boots on."
And it was denying. No, I'll be able to get my boots on. My boots will be able to go on.
And I thought I'd be able to get them on.
But
the funny thing is, I didn't even try to get them on.
The funniest thing I think I've ever seen I'm fishing.
I've woken up and the rod is absolutely ramping away, and Laurence is outside the bivvy going, Kyle, your rod.
I was like screaming at him.
I don't know what's happened. I've just completely forgot where I was. Got out the bivvy in my socks and my long johns, ran to the rods. I've slipped.
Oh my god, he slipped twice. I
slipped twice when I got out the bivvy.
His first step out the bivvy was
and halfway between the bivvy and the rods, then slid on my bum to the rods with a second slip and struck the rod from the back of the buzz bars on my arse, covered in mud, and played the fish for about half the fight on my arse behind the rods. It was the
funniest thing I think I've ever seen.
Laurence had to pick me up. I couldn't get up because it was so slippery. My rod's absolutely covered in mud.
We'll show you his shorts in the morning.
Yeah.
Oh my god,
I was wearing white England shorts and the arse is just caked in mud. It's bad. Ridiculous. And it was like, I thought, oh, please be something big. And as soon as I hit into it, I knew it was only a little, like...
It was a little pasty.
Yeah, a little 7-pound pasty. So, I suppose a fish is a fish. So, that's 1-1 in the books. We'll get back to you in the morning and show you the shorts and the rest of it. And I'll actually show you my swimwear. You can see I've glid about 20 metres.
We didn't do any filming because Kyle was like... bit upset.
Yeah, I was a bit upset. I was a bit upset and I was shivering.
I took a little picture.
And I was shivering.
I took a little picture.
Right, so just putting the new rig out. It's about 8:30 now. Got a 1 ounce lead in line down to a quarter quick link. Then we got Suffolk's Chameleon 25-pound braid down to a PVA mesh bag of breadcrumb down to a Richworth's, I think it's like a fruity orange pop-up, which is in some bait dye. So I'll put that out now. Over to the margin spot. Right, this is my setup. Nice little 1 ounce inline lead. Goes down to a little quick link there, tied on with a loop. I've got some Fox Cortex coated braid. I've got a nice little stick mix there, coating my hook. And on the hair rig, I've got 2 back-to-back boilies and a little bit of pop-up corn just to make the bait nice and light. So now I'm going to get this cast out just to the edge of the island, and then it's all clipped up and everything. Right, so just moved pegs and we've got the human throwing stick going, getting just a few baits over the spots. He's been going for about 5 minutes now. Right, so we've moved places. The other swim's so muddy, it's just so hard to do it. I've changed my clothes, as you might notice, because I've slipped over and I was so muddy. But yeah, anyway, back to the swim. So I've moved my rod just to that little bush sticking out the water. Just zoomed in. I reckon there's a little undercut underneath there, so the fish is going to be going underneath there. Yeah, Bailiff said also that the fish, when he cut back the bushes, he went into the island to cut them back a week ago. He said a lot of the fish hug the island and it's a really big patrol route for them. Yeah. So he thought we'd try and intercept them while they're just going around the islands. So that's my right hand rod, and on my left hand rod there's a tree and it's got a branch sticking out like adjacent to the water, so it's just underneath that. Just clipped it up, cast out there as well. So yeah, that's where my rods are. On both of them I've got a bottom bait with a little bit of pop-up corn on top. I've got a bit of white pop-up corn on my right hand and a pink one on my left hand. And on my right hand I've got a red Nash boilie. On the left hand I have a just cut that down. So it started to rain, so I think I'll talk to you about my spots from behind the camera. So my rods are just down there, as you can see, and the first spot is just out towards there, so just in front of that little tree there, like the little green bush. And then the second rod is just, the right hand rod is just like close as possible as I could to that bush. It's because obviously the bailiff said about getting close to the islands because that's a good patrol route for the fish. And also we're actually in the middle of the lake at the moment, and as you can see there's a gap in the middle of the lake, and it's like the only way to get through these main 2 islands. So we're hoping that fish will go through it. So we put a few scattering of some crushed boilies in there. But I mean, the conditions are horrible today, as you can see on my bivvy floor. This is the state of the bivvy floor. That is the state of the bivvy floor right now. There's my foot. Anyway, so hopefully we can stop complaining because we'll have a fish in a minute and we'll be able to get it out for camera. So get back to you if and when we get one.
Right, these are the bivvies. Laurence's S Plus on the left, Kyle's on the right. Look at the state of our swim. Oh gosh. And then we have to navigate down this little hill and over to our rods. Bit dangerous, but that's how we do it at Team Carp. Right, so I've just seen a carp over our spots.
I got my eyes on carp. I don't wanna scream. Please pick up my rig and make my alarm scream. Oh! What are you doing in my bivvy?
We put quite a bit more bait in now. Just going to leave it until the end of our session. If we don't have one, we don't have one.
There's quite a few fish in the lake, so the idea was if we stuck a little bit of bait in, they might respond to it and get it feeding, and then I'll stuck the rig over the top of all the bait. And hopefully we'll get one, but just feel so rubbish at the moment. But hopefully we'll get a fish, and that will boost our confidence a bit.
Yeah, so we'll get back to you if and when we have a fish. Just have this lovely little mirror. Reckon about what, £10? Yeah, had it on my right hand. I changed up the tactics. I put on a bit of tiger nuts, corn, and a tiny little bit of pink pop-up corn just on top to act as a little sight. Changed up the tactics because the boilies weren't working, so I went for something a bit more natural. I'll probably show the rig in the morning, maybe when it gets light.
It's about 11:30 now.
Yeah, 11:30. Just ran down the little slope, slipped on my arse whilst doing it, but it's worth it when you're catching little stunners like this. Let's get him back.
Wicked.
Kyle's just had this lovely little carp. Little stunner.
Oh, don't do this, my hands are cold enough as it is, mate. So I've just had this little stunner. Beautiful looking common. Weighed in at 11.5 pounds. It's got a nice even scale pattern. It's got a bit of a sore on this side, so we'll treat that later. Yeah, I was just in the, it's about 8:30 now. I was just in the bivvy, sleeping, and a bit of a pathetic bite really, it didn't run. It was a drop back that I only knew about when it took out my other rod. So yeah, lovely little 11.5 pound common. Wicked.
Ooh, catch him.
Right, so it's been about half an hour now since I caught that fish, and we've recast all 4 rods with bags of pellet and new baits. So hopefully we have a fish. Both my left hand, right hand rod have had liners on because I put them quite close together. So obviously there's now quite a few fish in the area feeding because the particle we put out last night, they've probably got their heads down grubbing. So I switched over to a piece of maize on the right hand rod, 2 bits of maize on the right hand rod, and on the left hand rod I've still gone with a cell dumbbell bottom bait.
Yeah. And I've changed up my tactics, put tiger nuts and a bit of sweet corn on both of the rods now, with a little bag of pellets. So hopefully that'll produce something. What we're going to do actually today is we're going to start a new series. We're going to start reviewing equipment and tackle and stuff, and just put that out there for anyone to watch. That will just give people an insight on the sort of kit that we use and stuff, because we have some questions on Twitter actually, what stuff we use, because it's not expensive stuff, but it's good stuff to have when you're trying to take it seriously, but you haven't got the budget to be spending, I don't know, £60 on Delkims or whatever, because even though Delkims, I think they're the best alarms out there, there's other alternatives out there that are cheaper, that do the same job. My alarms do the same job as Delkims. They ring when I get a bite. There's no difference. So today we'll probably, do alarms? Yeah, we'll do alarms today, and maybe bobbins. We'll probably put the alarm video out, or the review video out after this one. After this one, a week later, 2 weeks later. So just had this little £11 common on a single mainline dumbbell with a bag of pellet. Absolutely ripped off. Took me for a right little run around the lake. Lovely. Right, so coming to the end of our session now. We've had 5 fish in total. Kyle's had 3, I've had 2. Just packing our stuff up, but depending on what time we get packed up, we might be going stalking just around the lake. Might just put a few shot, or get a really light lead on and just flick it out in the margin, just drop it in the margin. Just get some bread on, just see what they do. So get anything. So yeah, we'll keep you updated on that. But it's been okay. It is winter, don't forget, and the weather has been a bit mental recently. So 5 fish, I suppose, is okay. Yeah, it's not great though, but hey ho, you win some, you lose some, and we have to put the time in to get the fish, don't we? So hopefully next session will be a better one, it'll be a better video, and we'll get more fish. Yeah, so we'll keep you updated if we get anything stalking. I don't know, but we'll give it a go. There's no harm in trying. If not, this might be the end of the video. Depends what the weather's like. Wicked. Yeah, we'll see you in a bit. Right, so we're back. We haven't had any fish. It's getting dark now, so this will be the last video entry. We're getting picked up in about an hour. The rods are still out, so we're still in the chance of a fish. Sorry that it's shaky again because it's not on the tripod. But yeah, we were hoping this video would be a lot better because of just because we're on the bank, so we're not constantly moving. But but due to the rain and the weather, and the mud, hasn't been too good. Luckily, we got 5 fish out of it, which isn't great for a 48-hour session on a lake like this, but it's been hard conditions. He said no one's fished it in weeks because and our area actually is probably the worst flooded. It's been on the news. Yeah, so Berkshire is very flooded, so the weather hasn't been, I mean, the swims are just saturated because it's all grass swims, they're just saturated. But yeah, it's been okay. We had 4 doubles, which I suppose makes it worthwhile, and it's nice to be out on the bank. So yeah, hope you enjoyed the video. Like, subscribe, do whatever, share it with your friends, let them know about Team Carp, and hopefully we'll be back with you soon with another video.